Well, hello there, you beautiful, beautiful people. Now, this video is about me kind of spitballing. It's not really got anything of true fact in there because there are no facts. There's nothing that's come out, and to be fair, there's not really any piece of information that couldn't be questioned in some way, shape, or form. We don't really know who was in the house in Idaho at the time. We're hearing that a female was potentially seen running away from the property. We're now hearing that Bethany Funke potentially saw a naked person leaving the property. I genuinely don't know what's going on. And the more that comes out, the more convoluted the story becomes. We have all questioned the actual crime itself with regards to the time, how quick it took, whether it was one person or whether it could have been more than one person. So with regards to Bethany Funke, there is a really important question that you have to ask yourself. And that is, was Bethany Funke in a position where she could have screwed up law enforcement and the university's want for a swift conclusion to this case? Now, what we know is Dylan Mortensen, like I say, she has come forward and she's given a description of this person clad in black with bushy eyebrows, and I wonder whether that person never even existed. And I'll tell you for why. Because we are led to believe that these murders took place. And that would have been a truly horrendous scene. I can't even fathom. You know, many of us have seen films and we've seen graphic death scenes. But this would have been something else. Talking about someone who has got up close and personal with a weapon. And they have took these 4 young adult lives. And we're supposed to believe that potentially that person didn't even get anything on them whatsoever. And how do we know that? Because from what we can see, there was no evidence outside the property. And there was only one latent footprint in the house. Now, I say, if you're in a room and you are attacking people in this method, and you've gone downstairs and you've gone out, why was there not footprints all over the house? Why was there nothing taken outside the property? But then along comes Bethany Funke, and she talks about potentially, and we don't know how accurate this is, but there's a claim that a naked person was seen leaving the property. And I think to myself, do you know what? That actually makes more sense than anything else. Someone does this crime, and I think we've said it before. We've said it weeks and weeks ago. What they do, strip off, do this crime, completely strip, bollock naked, and get out of the property. And I think that's potentially the only way that someone could have done this and got out without taking anything out of that property. And I think to myself, what situation we have now is a situation where you've got Dylan Mortensen, who was included in all the documentation, her statement, her witness testimony, and then you've got Bethany Funke, who is now brought in late stages by the defence, saying that she's got information that could potentially exonerate the person who has been arrested and charged with this crime. Now, I think to myself, Bethany Funke apparently had sought legal counsel very early on, and she's obviously left the state and she's quiet and she said that she don't want to get involved. I believe at this stage it has been agreed that she will speak, but it's going to be done remotely. And now people are kind of backpedaling, saying, oh, she never said she didn't want to do it. She just wanted the method by which she did it to suit her better. Who knows? But it would appear that this is going to go forward, but she's going to have some online meeting or something with the defence. Who knows? As more comes out, I'll give it to you. And I think to myself, what if law enforcement were trying to coerce these two girls? Because what you got to think as well is these are the younger two. These are the younger two of the house. Still only kids. And the police try and lean on them. And you've got one that caves and goes along with it. So I can imagine it now, can't you, law enforcement? This don't look good. Everyone else in the house is deceased and you are alive. And you're telling me that you heard stuff going on, but you thought it was a party. So you ignored it. And then you haven't called us, you haven't called 911, you've called friends, and they've come over. And then subsequently with them being called. So what happened? What's going on? I could perhaps make this look better, but what are the public going to think? What are people going to think? They're going to want answers. The families are going to want answers. Before you know it, you have a coerced individual. But then you've got another person who is not going to be lean. They're not going to go with that narrative. Maybe they are genuinely scared because they genuinely did see something. So they are going to shut their mouths. They're going to keep way out of it. Get out. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Like Jack Showalter. Let's get out of here. I don't know. Something just don't... And again, this video is, like I say, it's just about me trying to make sense of all of the stuff. Trying to make sense of what's happened, what's being said. How could we now be in a situation where you've got two surviving roommates of a mass murder who don't seem to be on the same page. They don't seem to be on the same page. And certainly the little drips of information that we are getting, they kind of conflict with one another. Now, the answer could be, and the most simplest answer could be, is that there were two people there. There were two. So you did indeed have two perpetrators. Now, I saw someone saying that I was trying to push a narrative that Brian Kohberger is innocent. I'm certainly not, because I've said all along, I believe that Brian Kohberger in some way, shape or form is likely involved in this situation. I just find it very hard to believe that Brian Kohberger did this completely on his own, with no help, no assistance, nothing whatsoever. And I find it quite coincidental that he just happens to be in the same area as an ex-military person, apparently suffering from PTSD, who threatens to kill his roommates and ends up being shot by SWAT. And that then seemingly just gets brushed under the carpet. There's nothing about it. Go and Google it. Challenge it to go and Google it and see what you can find. Nothing. Even the obituary write-up says that he had an ongoing battle with PTSD and died because of, an injury. They try and make it look like he died of his injuries. The caveat was left out, if you like. And I get it, he's a war hero. He's a hero. I had a video last week with one of these true heroes who suffer from PTSD, at the interview in my video. So I get it. But something just don't sit right. Something's gone amiss here. Something's gone awry. And I'm just trying to... The Brent Kopacker situation, and now we've got seemingly a scenario where these two girls potentially have seen two different people, and the line, "Don't worry, I'm here to help you," that sticks out. It sticks out a lot, because I think is that Brian coming in and speaking to the victim, saying, "Don't worry, I'm here to help," because they'd already started to be attacked? Was he coming in and speaking to the second person? "Don't worry, I'm here to help. Do you know what I mean? Something don't sit right here, but the more that's being said and the more that comes out, the more I feel that there is another person. Now, are law enforcement so blasé about it because they know that second person is gone? I don't know. But I genuinely don't think that Brian did this on his own. I genuinely don't. And it concerns me. It concerns me that is there someone else out there? Or is the person who was involved in this all along Brent Kopacker? And I know that's going to get some heat. That's going to get some hate. But there are just too many coincidences. Too many coincidences. And this whole case, this whole attack, this whole brutal murder, there's just something about it that don't... When I look at Brian, I don't feel that he would have had the stones for it. I feel that it would have had to have been someone who was more... And we have said this before, this crime, when I look at Brian, I don't look at it like he would have lost his virginity doing this. This is not someone's first time. This is someone who knew what they were doing and did it. So does this naked person, do they truly exist? Is this someone who was seen? And was that someone who had done the crime and got themselves in a state, stripped off and got out of the house? Was Brian the driver and there was a second man? Let me know down below. Again, this is not factual. It's not factual. This is me spitballing. I'll catch you all in the next one.
What's up, Harsh fam? We just launched our new nonprofit organization, United Search Corps. We're going to be advocating for the missing and families of the missing as well. And we need your help to spread awareness for our mission and also our fundraiser. There's a lot of equipment and necessary things that we need for this to be possible. So please take a second and share our fundraiser. For more information, please check out our website, unitedsearchcorps.org. Go over to my YouTube channel and check out our announcement video as well. The links will be in the description below. Thank each and every one of you for your time and consideration. Thank you.